I'm going to show you guys how to make this FM bass with the help of Faceplant's filter table. Okay, so the first thing that I did was created the filter table. So go ahead and lay out some MIDI and set it to F0. And then for this part, you just want a simple sawtooth wave and a filter. Then you're going to want to automate the cutoff. I'm just going to assign macro 1 to the cutoff. Then I'm going to come over here to configure and click on macro 1 for our automation. Then create this kind of slope shape automation with the filter cutoff. Now I'm just going to record this into a separate audio track. Then I'm going to consolidate it and turn it up a bit. And that's perfect. Now we can export our sample. The next thing is going to be importing our sample into filter table and doing a little bit of editing. So I'm going to go ahead and insert filter table, and then I'm going to import our sample. Alrighty, perfect. And so here it is. But we're not done yet because we're going to edit this. So just go ahead and select the whole wavetable, go to Effects, do Self FM, click on frame 256, and for the amount set it to 0%, then click on frame 1, and for the amount click on 100%. And now we can click Done. So this is our filter table now. And this is going to be where our main sound comes from. For our cutoff, I'm going to right click and hit 64. Then for our resonance, I'm going to right click and hit 183. And for the mix, I'm going to right click and hit 68. Then for our analog generator, I'm going to make it a square wave. We are going to be automating the filter table's cutoff and the wavetable position. I'm going to come over here to macro 1, right click cutoff and hit 27. Right click the filter table and hit 121. And now automate the filter table by -33. And now it should sound like this. I also want to set our lanes really quickly. So lane 1 should be going to lane 3, then lane 2 should also be going to lane 3. Now we're going to grab a filter, right click the Q and set it to 3, make it a high pass filter, right click the cutoff and set it to 129, then automate the filter cutoff by 26. Then grab another filter, and this time it's going to be a notch filter. I'm going to turn the cutoff all the way up, and then automate it with macro 1 by -61. I'm also going to turn up the Q by a little bit. I'm also going to grab a shaper and drive the sound a bit. I'm going to make this kind of shape inside the shaper, turn the drive to about 7, and the mix to around like 25. I'm going to grab one more filter, make it a high pass filter, right click on the cutoff and set it to 250. I'm going to grab another analog generator, and this time for the envelope, I'm going to make sure it's going to lane 3. This is going to be the sub, so I'm just going to hit a simple sine wave. I'm going to right click the gain and set it to -9. Now for lane 3, I'm just going to add another shaper and just saturate the whole sound all together. So I'm going to make this kind of shape, turn the drive up a little bit, and then right click and set the mix to 22. Then for our post-processing, outside of Faceplant, I'm just going to add an OTT and a limiter. I'm going to set the OTT to about 30%, and it should sound like this. And you can also switch in between a sawtooth wave and a square wave. Both sound really good. So this is a sawtooth, and this is a square. Of course, you can also add delay to the sound and other audio effects to make it a bit more interesting.